mark of offering, can we welcome to the stage Mr. Ogo Awoke Ogo? You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Chairman, for inviting me and for Dr. Chukwu and the Legal Defense Group. Before we start, I think I'll come down here. Today, I'm doing something that I'm very passionate about. I want to see people connect to who they really are. Sorry, there's some feedback in this mic. So I want people to connect to their potential, and also want to give you tools to express that potential. So I like helping people to discover what they are good at. I like helping people to discover how they can live their lives in such a way that even after you're dead, we will still be hearing your name 500 years, 1,000 years from today. You know, there are people, once they die and you bury them, like this Saturday, within 2 weeks, nobody remembers them again. You know, people are like that. Yes. Yeah, but that's not the way God wanted us to live. But there are other people you still read about because those people contributed, because they discovered themselves and then they contributed significantly. So I'm doing this today because that's really what I love. We will start with some little bit of introduction. This is how it will go today. And I hope you have your notes, you have things to take in notes. And sometimes I might ask you to do some exercise so that I can bring the principle home. Then I will introduce you to what I have developed, what I call the revenue pyramid. The subject of this meeting today is predictable income in unpredictable economy. Because times change, there are times of economic abundance, there are times of lack, times of economic difficulties. And it doesn't make any difference if you know what to do. You can make income, you can make money in good times, you can also make money in bad times. In my own personal life, the best time for me, revenue-wise in my business, has been the past 8 years. And you know, in Nigeria, what has happened in the past 8 years? That's when everybody has been complaining about the government, about Buhari, and things have been really terrible. And so we saw the dollar go from to where it's like 750 naira today. So that's been like a really, really bad economic time. But that's the time I have made the most money in my life ever. So it doesn't matter if you know what I'm doing, if you learn what I'm going to show you today, it does not matter whether the times are good or whether the times are bad. In fact, you know, there was a scripture where Job said that when men say there's a casting down, you yourself will say, I believe with the whole of my heart that this is the best time to be alive. There's never been more opportunities in our world since Adam's time, since Adam fell, as the opportunities that we have in the world today. But you can't find those opportunities if you are a complainer. You cannot complain and create at the same time. If you want to grow, first thing is learn not to complain about things around you. So instead of complaining about things around you, you ask yourself, how can you? You know, David said that blessed are those who, when they are passing through the valley of Baker, that they turn it into a spring. You understand what I mean? See, when they are passing through the wilderness, the valley of Baker in the Bible represents a place of bitterness, of suffering, of dryness. And then David said that the blessed man, the blessed woman is someone who knows how to turn those bad times, how to turn the wilderness into springs of water into economic prosperity, into spiritual prosperity. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So I will introduce you to the revenue pyramid. Then I'm going to spend time to talk about how money is made. We're never taught this thing in school. So I've been through school. How many years of school? Primary school was 6 years in my time. I think it's still 6 years. Secondary school was 5 years in my time. I think it's 6 years now. That's 11 years. And then university was 4 years. That's 15 years. My postgraduate was 1 year plus. So that's like 16 years. Not once in 16 years did anybody teach me how to make money. No. And the same thing is happening today. We have people who go through university. Now with all the ASU strike, people spend as long as 5, 6, 7, 8 years in the university before they graduate. And so by the time someone is graduating, they have spent like 20 years in the four walls of the classroom. But they do not once were they taught how to make money. Not once do they teach our children in school how to make a living. So they come out from the university and they are spending 6 years, 7 years waiting at home for somebody to employ them. But I'm about to change that by telling you how money is made. Whether it's in business, whether you are a sole proprietor, or you own a limited liability business, or you are even starting and you want to find a website. Now, I didn't know anybody in Shell. I didn't have any big man. I didn't have any sponsor, nothing. And as a matter of fact, what I did in Shell wasn't Shell's problem. And even though hundreds of people applied for that job that year, I was the one that Shell took as surveyor. So I now went back to Shell. They offered better terms. I went back to Shell. So while I was working for Shell, my heart started desiring to do something different, which is like what I'm actually doing today. So I travel all over the world doing what I do today. I really wanted to be in different places. So I left Shell. I took a package and left Shell, and then started this coaching and consulting that I'm doing today, which is taking me, to really, really amazing places, just following God's plan for my life. And I have worked with the Stanford Graduate School of Business. I don't know how many of us have heard about Stanford University. But Stanford University has an initiative in India and Africa, and they call it Stanford Seed. I've been able to recruit a couple of businesses, a few businesses from this part of the world for that Stanford program. So I was business advisor in the Stanford Seed program. I also lecture part-time in Lagos Business School and then China Europe International Business School. And I focus so much on leadership, because leadership is everything. And then if you have a company, your company cannot be bigger than your leadership. No company can exceed the quality of its leadership. So leadership is critical. Leadership is everything. So you can build a very big company, but if you don't have the leadership, it will fail. It will not only fail, by the time you're getting tired or something takes you out of that business, then that business is taken out. So I focus on leadership, and in my consulting, I also focus on cash flow, on revenue. Because if your business isn't making sales, if your business isn't making money, it's just sooner or later, that business will crash. Because cash flow is the blood of business. And we'll be talking a lot today about cash flow. So that's about me. Now it's your turn to introduce yourselves. I'm not going to be able to hear everybody because we don't have time. But what I want you to do is to turn to somebody to your left or to your right. It doesn't have to be something serious in a way that you like to or something too much. It might be that you like anything, and then tell the person one thing that you don't like. Tell the person one thing you like, and then one thing you don't like, and then the person will also tell you. So I'm going to give you just 1 minute. Go to the person to your right or to your left, and then introduce yourself. Tell the person your name, tell the person one thing you like, and then one thing you don't like. Quickly. I need microphone. Is that
Yeah, see.
Something very funny and unusual. We weren't expected to hear that. Anybody who will share what your partner told you? That's funny. We weren't expecting.
Salad and rice. Everybody rice like money, and you don't like lies. You don't want anyone to tell you lies.
Okay, I always get that one. Who else? Hopefully you don't lie yourself. So. All right, who else had something interesting, pretty interesting about your partner? Who wants to share? Yeah, there's a mic. There's that lady with the heart. Yes, give her. No, he's a mic.
He said he wants to be a leader.
Wow. He wants to all of that place to be filled with banana or with plantain. Reckless abundance. Now, if you put two rabbits together and then they start breeding in a good environment and you don't disturb them, science has proven that in 2 years, the two pairs of rabbit, the male and female rabbit, started to produce 3 billion population rabbits. God is recklessly abundant. He created us in abundance, and then we live in an abundant universe. And so, it is a primary requirement for any business owner or any business person to operate your business from a place of abundance, from abundance consciousness. Because if you don't do that, when you operate like we operate from heaven's economy, there is no scarcity in heaven. So you might have lack of cash here. There's no cash here in ONITSHA. Anywhere, there's no cash in Nigeria. But does heaven have the same problem? No. So I connect to the economy of heaven. And the economy of heaven doesn't understand scarcity. It doesn't understand recession. It doesn't understand that. In fact, it is now that there's no cash that I'm building a major project. I'm building a house, a major project. Now that there's no cash, and it's going on. Because I tell the people working here and the engineers on site that my economy is not Nigerian economy. It's from there. Because there is abundance in this universe. So I need you to get that very, very well etched in your mind. Come from the place of abundance, not scarcity. Okay? So there's abundance pyramid, and then abundance actually begins with understanding what your mission in life is. Bulgarian is actually the one who is serving. So that's why all this is important. So you cannot disconnect wealth from people. If anybody in your village or anybody in this mission, all of a sudden becomes wealthy, buys cars, builds houses, and then you ask him one man, how did this thing happen? And he tells you, my God. Yes, you know my God, but how? He says, my God, there's a problem. Because wealth must be connected to solving a problem for people. So if anybody makes so much money and you can't tell this is the problem that the person solved, this is the trade that the person is involved in, but you just saw money. Evil is involved, crime is involved. That's not the way wealth works. And then mind you, Satan also gives people what looks like wealth. I hope you know that. Lucifer does that. But I like the way Patiobasi put it. But it's not one wealth. Some companies in Europe, in Asia, particularly Europe and Asia, have lasted 1,400 years. 1,000 years, 600 years, 200. Even the Shell I worked with, Cadbury, Shell, they're almost 200 years. Been in business, Cadbury has been in business for almost about more than 99 years now. They never went to Oba. But those ones who have been going there, where are their businesses? Like when they die. So we have to change our perception, first of all, the way we think about money and the way we think about business. Because there's a way to think about business and sustainable wealth. Because we need to start building wealth in this part of the country that can be passed on generation to generation. Clean wealth that doesn't have any mago in it. Alright? Because if Satan tells you, I will give you money, he will tell you to bring human head. And at the end of it, he will take your own human head. Okay? Because nobody who gives or who kills goes to the grave within peace. Okay? So there must be an audience to serve. Number 3, there must be an offer. There must be something you're doing for people. There must be something you're doing for people. Even if it is you have a shop. Like I was meeting with them this morning, and then somebody had told me that people come from as far as Cameroon to buy things there, right? Yeah, so you have something you're offering them. I talked about purpose. I don't want you to ever think about creating wealth without thinking about the purpose. Even in Deuteronomy 8:18, where he says, I have given, I'm the Lord who gives you power to make wealth. He didn't stop there. There is a soul that. Because every money that comes into our pockets, we must account for it. Because we are stewards. God gave us, gifts, gave us this talent. Remember the parable of the talents? He gave them different talents and then went and then came back. Everybody had to give account of the talents. So we are stewards. So we have to have that kind of steward mentality for the wealth that God gives us. So that's the impact part. Is our wealth destroying the community or is it building the community? So if you have wealth that is destroying community, destroying family relationship, destroying relationships, or somebody called customer. So that's a pyramid of wealth. You must have customers and you must have customers, large numbers of customers who have a problem that you're solving. And then the only way to make money in your business is through sales. So even when you have income from operations, okay, your financial statement is usually just 0.000 some cents. The main source of money in your business is sales. And so, like I asked some of my clients, how many people have you asked to buy in the past 24 hours? You are complaining that you don't have money, but how many people have you asked to buy something? Because there's only one solution to every. Okay, how many people here? Just be honest, who has financial challenges now? Raise your hands. If you don't have, I'm just looking at your hands. So when you come and take this, people that are not raising their hands, they give us some money. Okay. Now, so can I tell you one secret that can erase all your financial problems now? I'm not joking. One secret it was. Can I tell you that secret? Every financial challenge you have, this secret will erase it. Are you ready for it? Yes. Write it down. Sell something. Choose hunger. So the best thing is learn how to sell. Now, selling is not just going around and carrying something on your head and say, that's not selling. That's not necessary. That is selling. That's not really what we call selling. Selling is also not going to lie about your product. You tell somebody, original. This is original. It's from Turkey. It's not from China. Then the person believes you, buys it, goes home, sits on it the first day, the whole thing will just collapse. That's not selling. That is cheating. The selling is actually finding out, being genuinely interested in the other person enough to solve the problem. Even if the person is not going to buy from me, but I'm really interested in helping her to solve